Watch me flex my flow, you'll be the next to know. Spit it hot flambeau, swing them bars like whoa. Grab the remote control, musta called a million times, I'm on the other side, hello. Better watch that stream, caught up in the track to beat. Scrub that beat with bleach, so when I hit it, bro, I spit it clean. Burn it now, have to turn the furnace down. Y'all don't want this beef, I hit them with a holy cow. Hit them with the verse, got them thinking, wow. This ain't a game, kid, why you play around? This that ill spit, them bars are so sick. I'll shock the whole world in a phylactic. Every single time I spit another rhyme, the planets all align so bright I blind them with my shine. Bro, I'm designed to make your confidence decline. Every line about to blow like stepping on a landmine. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
What is going on? We have a few people tuning in. Hopefully, the new setup is actually working out as planned. The sound should be a little bit better. I got the mic right up in my face here so everybody can hear me. Andre, Steve, Sean, what is going on? Cool. We actually have some folks joining in. Jay, what's going on, man? Nice profile picture. Gotta like that for sure. Loving the short course. But we have a super duper special guest. We have him in the background right now, and I just wanted to bring up a few things first before we bring him on board. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, bud. Hopefully everything's going good over there. Gary, what's up, bud, man? Miss you at the track, man. Hopefully we will see you out at Spark once we get rolling there. So obviously you guys know that last weekend was race number 1 of the Otter Cup series. And did it, I can't even say enough good things, but like it didn't disappoint. We were nervous about the weather. We were nervous about the rain. We were nervous about John not getting the track done. But obviously it came through. I was able to get my new Otterville shirt, and Kenzo did a fantastic job on all the shirts. Hopefully everybody got theirs. I know I picked up a whole bunch for everybody, and I think there's 2 more that I have to get off of John, which I will do. Oh, thanks, man. Basically, we're just doing it so we can have it live at the next event. I think that some of the videos that we got of the A main with the moving camera and Brandon on the mic was really good. It was a step in the right direction, but I still feel that there's going to be a little bit more coming for future races. We actually have somebody that is interested in coming out and doing the professional filming, because let's face it, I am not a professional filmer at all. I just like to have fun and call a spade a spade. Greg Lister in the house. How's it going? So, as you guys know, we have a couple people that like to, talk about their kits, talk about their brands, talk about what's up. And one of the big things is Sworkz Canada. It was our first race as well. And we had a really good showing. It was our first event, and we had to work through all the bugs with the new kits for everybody. So it was super cool to have everybody come together as a team and work through all the issues that we had. With that being said, I don't know if anybody was able to tune in and see who dominated again, but it might have been a techno, just saying. And speaking of technos, we have a special techno driver in the wings, and I'm going to bring him on board, and he can introduce himself. But this is his first time on the show, so it's not the typical techno driver we have coming on, but we have Noah. What's up, bud? How's it going?
I'm good. You?
Man, it's going fantastic. I'm just getting excited to talk a little bit about RC. We're going to cover our race from last weekend, and there was a huge race this week. But it's good to see you and your dad there getting ready for the race next weekend. And I see that you got your Spiffy Techno shirt on too, so looking the part.
Uh-huh.
So first thing is the questions. I have a few questions I tried to prepare today. So the first question always is, how did you get into this awesome hobby?
I think it was about 8
years ago.
8 years ago.
Wow.
It
It was something you could do.
I did something I can do, mess around, have fun.
Just bashing with tracks.
Bashing.
Was started.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how Ross Racing started with the Traxxas. So we'll just keep going with the list. What was your first RC then? Hobby grade RC.
I think it was the Traxxas Slash.
Awesome. Hey, you know what? I love the short courses. You know that. So the Traxxas Slash short course was definitely a game changer for me. That's what introduced me to the actual RC hobby as a hobbyist, not just something that I didn't really know too much about. So obviously we seen you and your dad cruising around the pits at OTown last week. And is that your first time at OTown?
I've been there before.
Last year,
Last year, just to watch and
Nice. Yeah, just to check out the action, check out the cool facility and all that.
yeah, see what it's about.
Nice. Now, you and your dad have a plan for this season, and what are you going to do this season? I see you got your buggy and your short course behind you, but what's your plan for this season?
Try and hit as much as we can.
Well, we're gonna do barnyard for points.
And a lot of barnyard for points and the brawl.
Oh man, you know what? We're looking forward to the brawl. We are gonna go to the race this coming weekend. Barring I get the time off work, I will find out Wednesday. But either way, my buddy Jay Mart was talking to me into it. Like, even if we have to leave early Saturday morning, I think we're gonna go just to have some fun and get a little bit more time on the kits, because there's a whole bunch of things that the team's been sharing, and I wanna get out and try it. Oh my God, Greg Lister is a techno driver now. What the heck is going on? And
well, I get to show him the ropes.
There you go. There you go. So the other thing that I have here is if there was one race that you wanted to attend, what race would that be?
Either the brawl or the Nitro Blast.
Nitro Blast. Yeah. You know what? Hopefully I will see you at the brawl, but basically the Nitro Blast is the premier event in all of Ontario, and it is definitely a bucket list race if you haven't been to it. For sure. So those are two awesome races. Now, this one's he wants to know who your favorite driver is.
Like techno or
I'm guessing it's a techno driver, but
so it's for sure Douglas. He's my like, if I have a
he's slow though.
My dad don't have an answer to the question.
Yeah, no, Douglas is a great pick, man. Not only is Douglas super slow and drives a techno, like the two things just go hand in hand, man. Like, yeah. And he's a good kid too. So that is a fantastic pick. So, all right. So now my daughter's question is, what is the biggest race that you've ever been to? Now, she thought that because you've been into the hobby for a lot longer, that you might have been able to travel to other events. So I don't know, like, is there one that you maybe seen online, or is there like, what is the biggest one that you saw?
The 1/5 Skill Nationals at Walton.
Oh man, yeah, that would be right up your alley, because I seen the pictures of your ATV and I seen all the stuff that you're having fun with there. and all the dirt bike paraphernalia in the back. So I think Walton would be pretty cool for you to check out.
Yeah.
So the 5th scale Canadian Nationals, that is a pretty good answer for my daughters there. Okay, so now the next thing is, what is your favorite class?
Favorite class?
Yeah.
I would probably say it was a short course last year, but it actually, this is the funny part. So I think it was like after we built the short course track,
Yep.
me and my dad looked at each other like, okay, let's build the buggy.
Buggy's gonna be the favorite, I think. Eh?
Yeah.
The buggy has so much power, and it doesn't parachute. It does what it's supposed to do, and that's probably why I can't drive it, because I need something a little bit slower myself.
Yeah.
But, man, hey, we got a whole bunch of people saying how fast Douglas is, so it's kind of funny here.
Yeah.
And Steve saying that was a really good pick as well. Colt and Chris, hey, how's it going, guys? Everybody else is tuning in. Also, if you have any questions, I only have 2 more questions for Noah. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to type it in there, and I will read them off while Noah's on there. So obviously, you're planning on doing the whole Barnyard series, trying to get in it for the points and stuff like that. And I think that would be super cool. I'm wondering, does your dad race RC cars at all?
Well, so me and Noah are kind of a team. His hand-eye coordination isn't top notch yet, but he does a lot of he'll do a lot of practicing on the track, driving, and
Nice.
he's working up to it. But I actually do the racing for our team. Noah's, I guess you call him the crew chief.
Nice.
And the money behind the project. So,
oh man.
So yeah, last year was our first 2 races, and I drove them, and Noah was the crew chief and gave me all the pointers and tips.
Yeah, but this year's gonna change.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try to do some more practicing and maybe work up to racing yourself. Yeah.
Hey, no, that's awesome, man. Because we weren't 100% sure, and we definitely appreciate a good father-son combo, because that is where it's at, man. When you're having fun with the family, it's always good. But now, when I put up questions, can you guys see it or no?
Yes.
I see John Blakey's question, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I was just making sure that you guys could see it, because there's a couple more questions coming up. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys can see it.
Cup Series.
How their first?
That was your experience at the first Otter Cup Series.
Nuts.
Oh, it was crazy. Even though we didn't race, it was, the track looked gnarly. It was a little intimidating, but I think we should try to do a race there this year.
Like I didn't see it, but I could hear it. It sounded like somebody hit the driver's stand.
You know what? A couple people might have hit the driver's stand, including myself. When you're coming off of that jump into the first turn before you get into the I want to say the rumble strip, but speed bumps, the speed bump area, right before there, if you go just a little bit too wide and you clip that, oh my God, there's all kinds of wrong, big time. But yeah, it was definitely super cool. So the go ahead.
The tree was
that tree on the last turn, yeah.
There a few people broke on that tree, actually.
Yeah, and the tire.
Yeah.
The tire coming apart.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a whole bunch of coolness going on that weekend, because it was everybody's first race out of the gate. So there was so many people switching brands, switching kits, switching electronics, switching a whole bunch of everything up. So it was like basically a shakedown, right? It was crazy. So Steve DeBand says, what is your dream race to attend? Like if you could go to a pro event?
Or Mark Santa
Yeah.
Where's that?
I would say probably the one he had done in Vegas or the Nitro Blast.
Oh, so like the Silver State then? The
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that's in the hotel?
yeah.
That one looks phenomenal. And the other one you said was the Nitro Blast?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So, you know what? Yeah. I think your dad might be able to hook you up for the Nitro Blast.
Yeah.
It's a must-attend event for sure. So, yeah, you know what? Even a couple accidental pit stops for sure, man. Because, like, anybody that went wide, my kid even had to go through pit lane and then back out onto the track. Like, it was pretty crazy. So I punched Billy. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen, John Blakely has a Billy the Stickman figure painted to a tree, and everybody was clipping Billy, like hitting Billy. Poor Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that on social media.
So he said, yeah, that's pretty good choices, he says. But other than that, the last question that I actually had written down was, other than racing RCs, what's your favorite RC that you use for just messing around and bashing and having fun?
The Rustler for sure.
Awesome. Is it a 2-wheel or 4-wheel?
4-wheel.
VXL Rustler.
Awesome. Yeah, so it's waterproof, 4-wheel drive, and tons of fun.
Line 29.
Yeah. I have it all souped up for line 29.
Basher class.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, we're gonna make line 29 this year. It'll be Ross Racing's first time making it out to his track. We're looking forward to seeing it, and I got to try myself a fifth wheel because or fifth scale. Sorry, with the short course being my favorite class, those fifth wheel short course trucks. Oh my! I love the look. I love the sound. I love everything about them. So definitely looking forward to trying one of those bad boys.
I saw one take off last year at the event.
Oh yeah, lost control and went across the road into the field. That was crazy.
Oh, so it was like a runoff.
Yeah, jumped the road into the field.
And those are big too, man. You wouldn't want that hunting you down.
Yeah.
But so I appreciate you jumping on board with us and coming on the show. I appreciate your dad taking the time out of his day too to talk some RC stuff with us. Is there anything that you want to talk about before we bring on our next guest?
Okay, so you know how you talk about your Slash story?
Yeah.
Every time I hear you talking about it, I want one.
Yeah, you know what? The Slash was a lot of fun. And honestly, it is the reason why I'm probably on this show today. And it was a great introduction to the real hobby RC for me. There's no way that I would have been in it prior to LiPo. I'm telling you right now, there's no way that I'd be doing crystals or whatever the heck they were telling me about, because I haven't been in the hobby more. I've only been in the hobby 2 years more than you, because you said you were in it for 6 years. I've only been in it for 8 years now, because when my daughter started going with me, she was 4 years old. And it was awesome. Like, it was something that she could do instead of just watching dad race. She could actually participate. And now that they're getting older and getting a little bit better, I'm waiting for the time that my daughter and my son start putting me on the trailer and I can just be the mechanic. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So is there anybody you would like to thank before we bring the other guest on board?
Thank both of the tracks for being nice and accommodating.
Barnyard, John, Otterville, and
just because they're so accommodating.
And just because they've been being so nice. Oh, another thing I forgot to add, Barnyard is gonna make a ramp up to the driver's stand for me.
They're
talking about
it, but we got an idea. We're gonna go in the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah,
and it'll be high enough.
Nice. No, that is always one of my questions because I know at all of the race time entertainment events that me and the kids have gone to, they actually have a wheelchair accessible ramp for special needs people, and it is awesome to see because their ramp is 50 feet high, so their driver stand is no joke. Like it I got nervous being at the top of it, right? Like it's a huge scaffolding, and the tracks at like Psycho Nitro Blast, massive. Like you're in a whole horse racing stadium. The track was so massive, it's not even funny. They had a 45-foot wall ride in the back, and it looked small. Like that's how big this place was. Also, Wicked Weekend had the same setup, and Alabama manufacturer Shootout. But I heard that they bring a similar setup to all 5 of the race time events, and I do want to hit up all 5 eventually one day. But no, that is super cool. And you know what? You got to thank your dad for all the support too, because, man, without him, man, it's awesome to see you guys as a team. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again this coming weekend, bud. And I can't wait to see those vehicles in person. I don't know if you want your dad to grab and show off the paint scheme because it pops in the thing. So this is basically his new 8-scale buggy. And I didn't notice when he sent me the pictures, but that carbon fiber, man, holy crow, he did a phenomenal job on painting those bodies up. And he's going to be running both techno and techno, and it looks phenomenal. I'm looking forward to bumping fenders with you for sure. Yeah, hey, Coop. Yeah, Coop says those are very nice, bud. Yeah. So I will. Hey, I have an idea. Do you want to introduce the slow guy?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you know what I have to do first, right? So we have a little intro for the slow guy. We're gonna play the intro, and as soon as the intro finishes, you can introduce him. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1.
This.
All right. So you want to introduce him?
Yeah. Douglas Schufel.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet, man. All right. So we got Douglas in the house, and you know what? I think we might talk about, how his weekend went last weekend. If you guys want, do you guys want to hang in the chat for a little bit longer? Or
Sure.
Whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, we're good.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys longer than needed. Just let me know if you guys are getting bored, and I will I'll cut you off. But if you're having fun, we'd like to keep you on for a bit. So obviously we got Douglas in the house. What's up, bud?
Not much. How about you, Adam?
Man, you know what? Just having some fun with Noah here, and he is gonna be the next techno superstar. I feel it. I feel that he's gonna put all the slow guys on the trailer for sure. But let's jump into last week, man. Last weekend was pretty interesting for an event.
Yeah, for sure it was. It was good. I don't know. I mean, Nitro was interesting.
I still don't know how to do it, man. I swear to God, man. Like, here, I got something for you.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was good. I'm glad the rain held off so we could run the program that we wanted to. But no, I mean, it was good. I was happy with my results of being able to win the races. I was very happy with it. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I found out. I just finished my rebuild on my Nitro yesterday.
Yep.
And I ended up going through the shocks, and I didn't realize it. But I don't know how long it was like this. But I would assume all like that weekend. I had a bent front shock shaft the whole time.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know when I did it, but I mean that car always I shouldn't say it. The car felt slightly off because I was like, okay, it wasn't turning as it normally was because I was like, okay, what's going on? Maybe I just need a little bit of setup changes. Oh, but I was like, it still wasn't where it was supposed to be, is what I thought. And so in the main, I think I was running wingless with a bent shock shaft, and I didn't realize it. But no, it was funny. I was out there, I realized it, and I was like, maybe that's why it doesn't want to turn right too good. I'm like, oh god.
So is that why you were so slow then?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Oh man. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this into the stream, and I'm going to try and maximize it as big as I can there. So obviously, this is the results from OTown, and what I'm going to do is, well, you know what? We'll start with the electric double A mains first. So what I was hoping to see, oh, you know what? I want to see where it shows me all the graphs and all the other stuff. Hold on a second. Let me just.
You have to go in the actual mains for that.
Oh, so you have to go to each individual one?
Yeah, so like you have to go to A1, A2, and then if you scroll to the bottom, I'm pretty sure it should show you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, because this is what I wanted to show everybody. So this right here, it was his first A1. Lots of fast people in this round. Like obviously you got Douglas, Dylan definitely had the speed. It's just his consistency was a little bit off, and I say that with like the most respect because his consistency blows mine away at 91.48%. But if you look at Douglas's consistency, the only one that had more was Reimer, and Reimer had to like battle back. Like he started fifth, and if you look at this shenanigans right here, this is where you can see every time that these dots change a line in height, that's when the positions were changed. And if you look at the A main guys consistency, you got Douglas with 96, you got Dylan with 91.5, you got Doug Reimer with freaking 96, you got Jordan, which was 92, and he had tons of issues too. Like I don't even know how he was even driving that thing. Steve DeBand's 91, freaking super fast. Then you got Kyle, and the weird thing is, I don't even really know who Kyle is. Like,
this is a really bad description, but like he's from Extreme, and he's the really short kid that they have around like their pit area.
Okay.
It's a really bad description. That's
but no, like he was fast, man. Like,
dude, super fast. He normally races at Dork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then you got David Reimer, so both Reimer brothers in the A main. Steve Bowman, Chris Ratt, and you know what? He surprised me because I didn't realize like how fast he got over the last 2 years since the Americans couldn't come over.
Dude, he got crazy quick, man.
Yeah,
him and Kyra both were super quick.
John just saw his name, so he's like, I had the wrong tires on for A1. Please advise. But the Otter basically finished 11th there. His consistency was not where it needed to be. And then Kyra, I think, how many laps did he get? Did he break out? Yeah, he only had 7.
I don't know. I don't really know what happened, to be honest.
Yeah, no, Kyra
he was in it, and then he wasn't, and then I don't know after that.
Yeah, because he was up there, and then he must have broke out. So that is A1. And if you guys missed all the racing action, it is on my YouTube channel as well. So now going to A2, and with the results here, you can see that no surprise who was number one again. But this is what I wanted people to see. Look at your freaking consistency, bro. 98%. Like, What the heck is that? Like, how do you get 98% when you're running 24-second lap times? The only one to get 23-second lappers. I think your best was a 23.69 something or whatever, but like, holy crap, 23. Dude, I was ecstatic when I freaking broke into the 26s. Jeez. All right, so let's see. Tim Robinson's. Oh, here we go. Jonathan says he's Tim Robinson's son. He's a young lady that races on Team Extreme. What? He's a young.
I think he meant to say young lad. I'm pretty sure that's what I think he meant to say, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, no, he fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he goes. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I knew. Yeah, Kyra broke the drive shaft.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure what happened.
Yeah, he was pushing it. All right, so let's review the finalists here in the A main. Let me just bring my mouse over here. Okay, so obviously you got Douglas in the number 1 spot. You got Dylan in the number 2 with his consistency going up as well, 93.5. Steve DeVans, look at that, man, 95.5% consistent. David Reimer, 94. Daniel Salvis, I'm horrible with that last name. And then you got the Otter with the 92 picking up big time, running 24-second lap times, which is pretty good for people our age. Doug Reimer, 90%. Kyle, 90%. Steve Bowman, 90%. Chris, 94%. And look at Kyra. Kyra broke again. Freaking 98.52% consistent. But he only had 5 laps, and it doesn't show. No, he didn't even start, right?
Yeah, Kyra didn't start the second main.
2 laps, that's why. So yeah, so he did a 25.3 and a 25.8. That's why it was super consistent. I was gonna say, but like yours, 25 laps. So over 25 laps, you were 98% consistent. That, like, I don't know if people realize how tough that is to actually accomplish on Otterville track. Hey, oh, look at. He's got the gloves up, man. He's got the gloves up. He wants a little piece of that. He's the top hot bodies driver on the property that weekend, and it was looking really good. Dylan, obviously, X-Ray. The Reimers are the Mugans, and the Otter is S-Works. So Daniel is the only one I don't know. Sorry, bud. I don't know what you're driving.
I think he's associated. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. Isn't he from Quebec?
Maybe.
I can look it up real quick.
All right, so let's go into the Nitro. So Nitro buggy. Aiming. Where is it? Right here. All right, so no surprise here. Daniel is AE.
Is an associated driver?
Yeah. Thank you, John. So, okay, so obviously, no surprise again. Who's in first place? Douglas. And this is the one that he was running without the wing. Not only was he running wingless, dude, you had a freaking 2-lap lead. A 2 freaking lap lead with no wing and a bench top. Oh no, that was
it. Only would have been 1 if Kyra stayed in the race, if he didn't break or flame out. I don't know what happened.
He flamed out twice. Yeah, he flamed out twice.
The news I heard is he blew his motor.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I was told, but I have no idea. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So the one huge surprise, which really isn't a surprise, but it's awesome to see, TLR Tommy on the number 2 step. Awesome to see, man. It was definitely super cool. Yeah, he did blow the motor.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was told.
Oh yeah. That's not good. But number 3, David Reimer, definitely stepping up. Jordan, number 4, doing a phenomenal job, and he had a flame out as well. So had he not flamed out, he was definitely doing way better than expected. He was our top S-Works driver of the weekend, and the amount of work that he was putting in, he definitely earned my respect that weekend for sure. Oh, my dad's tuning in. Hey, Dad, how's it going? There's my dad in there. So rounding out the top 5, you got Steve DeBans. Man, for his birthday weekend, he killed it, man. He definitely had a great showing, and his vehicles definitely looked pretty good. Pete Jr., definitely a great showing, making the A main. Another X-ray guy, Steve Bowman, in the 7th spot, picking up 3 positions. Dylan Raposo. What happened? Did something happen?
He flamed a couple times.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say Kyra had the motor pop, and then you got, let's see, David LeCure, and then Steve DiPlacido, man. Actually, he had some fast laps. I was following him towards the end. I think he did a little bit better in Nitro Truggy, if I'm not mistaken, but definitely some wicked fast guys in the A main there. Now, we are going to go into the Nitro Truggy A main, and this was definitely a cool one to witness. Truggy has definitely picked up over the off season. It is definitely a class that has been picking up with a whole bunch of fast drivers, and it was definitely cool to watch for sure.
100%.
Yeah. So
dude, that was so entertaining to watch right before the last debuggy race.
Oh yeah, man! Like Kevin Siller and Chris, basically on the same lap, but Chris had a pretty decent lead. Then you had Doug and Dave battling it out. Ryan Martin, which was awesome to see him up there with his new kits as well. And then Steve DiPlacido in the top 6. Tim Robinson again. I'm not sure if that's the father or the son.
That's the father.
Yeah, and then Carl, the only Sworkz Nitro Truggy on the property, made the A main, so super proud of him. Antonio, and then you got Pete Jr. Making the A main Truggy. Jonathan, and then George. What? I didn't know George was running Nitro Truggy.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what happened though. I'm not sure.
Well, he was 18 laps down, so something serious must have happened. Yeah. Sure. For sure. All right. So we got where is A1? There we go. Electric Truggy, A1. So A1, oh my God, Kevin Siller taking the win. The Otter with the surprising 2nd place, driving up through the field from 10th from the bump spot. So that was like insane to see. Him basically, or wait, no. 11 and 12 got the bump. So he was like basically right before the bumps. So he definitely had something for sure. Yeah, Truggy, it is glowing. So, Stilly has the talent, but I think something interfered. Yeah, for sure. All right, so in the top spot, you got Kevin. Number 2, the Otter. Mark Ilton was on fire. He was driving really good in the Truggy classes for sure. Tim, again, in the top 4. Chris in the top 5. Jay Lafort, man, me and Jay had some awesome battles in short course, man. He was definitely pushing me to the next level, making me drive it faster than I like to actually drive a short course. Even had to go back to the pits and give it a little Tekin love on the computer and pump up the timing because he was pulling me for days down that straight, man. It was impressive to watch him and awesome to see him doing well in his other classes. So you got Peter Auld in the number 7, Jeremy Chu, Michael Moore Sr., switching to techno. Oh my God, he is the most improved out of all my friends. And I have mad respect for what Mike was able to pull off. He was the only one out of the entire techno compound that we were heckling right next to us that made the show. So congratulations, Mike, man. I know you started 7th and finished 9th, but man, Mike, you definitely clicked with the techno vehicles, and it showed, bud. I'm wishing you the best with that. Matt Ibaj, oh my God. Matt was another one that definitely came out of the gate swinging, and his his techno debut looked pretty damn good, man. Like he's always been fast before, and he definitely showed that he can put it in the show now. So he's got a little something for these boys. Rob Vanesh obviously had some issues in the first one, and then Sheldon also had more issues in the first one. So let's check out what's going on with round number 2. So Truggy, Electric Truggy, A2.
26.
Here we go. So what can I say? Look at who's number 1. And then it was a shocker. We were already trying to come up with ways how we were going to kick John off the team for getting second behind Siller, but he pulled one off. The Otter ended up taking the overall win at the first race and is the current points champion over the Americans right now. So that was awesome to see. But let's go through here and see what we got. So we got the Otter in the number 1 spot, Mark in the number 2. Kevin in the number 3. With all the issues, it was definitely crazy for him to battle back. Sheldon in the number 4 spot. Jay Lafort taking the top 5, and Mike driving up 1 spot. So he started in 7th, got all the way up to 6th. Awesome to see. Chris in the number 7. Peter in the 8. Tim in the 9. Jeremy in the 10, and Matt and Rob rounding out the field. But what an awesome race. Like the whole time was pretty cool. It was awesome. Like to see how many truggies were actually on the property, I was blown away because you don't typically see as many e-truggies and nitro truggies as you do other classes, and holy crap, they did not disappoint. Next time I won't have radio issues.
Yeah. He had, it was someone with his e-truggy. He I don't know exactly what it was, but it's like he had a dead spot with either his radio or the servo. I couldn't really remember. And it would make it so his neutral position, tires weren't straight. They were angled to the left by a severe amount.
Oh, wow.
It was super weird. I've never seen it before ever.
And he still drove through, man. That's pretty crazy. All right. So obviously we have 1 class left. And it is my favorite class. So we will see A main race number 12. So for some reason, and I think it's because it doesn't have enough power to get me in trouble. I think that's the only reason why I can actually drive this class. But Chris Coop was nice enough to let me take this one down and give me the first round win in A1. Number 3 was Peter. Number 4 was Randy. Number 5 is my good friend Dennis Mayville. I want to see him doing a little bit better in this class because I will not be racing the remainder of the Otter Cup series. I'm going to let Nathan focus on this one a little bit more and have some fun with it. And I'm going to scale it down just to buggy and buggy, just to give myself a little bit more time to support the team. Also Aiden Thayer. If you guys don't remember him, he is the chair slayer. He's the one that made me defy gravity last year, and great kid. Jay Lafort had some issues in race number 1. I can't remember. I think something came with his body. It was something weird that he had. Chris in the number 8, Nick in the 9, Tori Adams in the 10, Michael in the 11th, and Nathan actually had a lot of issues. Dad tried to make him run one last time with his body, and it did not do well. It actually disintegrated, and he now has another blank body at Bodies by Brandon. So we'll have him out back looking snazzy in the next race. But yeah, he had to run Daddy's body in Q2, which was crazy because it looked like there was 2 of me out on the track. All right, so speaking of A2, here we go. So me and Jay had an awesome battle basically throughout the entire race. I didn't really have to push the issue. I could have finished second there, and that's kind of what I had in my head, and that's why I just kept it consistently slow. and I was running. My consistency was like 92%, so not horrible for me, and kind of like where I'm at in my program. But Jay Lafort, he dropped off at the very end, and because we both had a lap up on everybody, he still finished second. But I believe he did. He lipoed, so it was crazy. I felt like he just pulled over to give me the overall, but thank you, Jay. But yeah, he had a weird battery issue, which was kind of crazy because I thought I was going to have a battery issue. My buddy Jay Mart ran back with my truck, threw it on the charger for me, put it on the wrong setting. So when I got my battery, it was at 90%. I was like, oh, geez, hopefully this lasts, man. And it ended up lasting for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, blew a shock. Yeah, I knew it was something weird, man. Like it definitely was something. No, Rob, I don't remember the last time seeing 3 heats of nitro truggy. Like phenomenal. It was definitely awesome to see again. And then obviously my buddy Dennis taking the 4th spot, Mike stepping it up big time, getting his confidence from the techno vehicles in 5th, Chris Coop in the number 6, Randy in the 7, Tori 8, Nathan 9, Nick in the 10, and I lost my mouse, and then Aiden in the 11, and Chris, he got 1 lap, so obviously something happened to Chris there. And that was basically it for the Otterville Cup series. But man, what a blast. Yeah, I knew something was up because everybody's all like, Jay's so far gone that like just focus and get second place and you'll get the overall. And then when I saw your paint scheme, I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I luckily got by you with the last lap, and you only finished 9 seconds behind 3-wheeling it. So that was pretty crazy. So we never had 3 heats of truggy before. Yeah, no, it was awesome to see. And even the electric truggies, like I know Nathan's is on its way, and I can't wait to build his e-truggy kit because I feel like it's very forgiving and it's going to be more like the short course for him. So I think that him running the short course is going to probably come to an end once we get his 8 scale, and he'll just run e-truggy and did I say truggy or buggy? I can't remember. Anyways, e-truggy and e-buggy, and then that way he's only on the 8 scale side of things, and then we'll just have the short courses for fun, because to me that is the biggest class for fun for me. Hey mom, how's it going? So truggy is blowing. Yeah, 44 entries for a truggy class, man. That is insane. Because like even 2 years ago, we were lucky to get 12 e-truggies out there and stuff like that. And then to have 3 heats of the nitro, it was amazing to see for sure. But I definitely think that everybody had a pretty decent weekend. I know that there was a few issues here and there and this and that, but like honestly, I think it was just like the getting over the COVID, the getting back to the racing. Everybody's putting like weird pressures on themselves because of what changed and what was going on and this and that. And
I think we were rusty.
100%, man.
100%.
It was definitely crazy because like even in the Ross Racing camp, there's a few things that I just took for granted and it didn't pan out. But yeah, so let's see what John. Buggy is still the glory, both nitro and electric. Yeah, no, 100%, man. But yeah, Derek saying he was rusty there too, man. But speaking of Derek, man, Derek, the things that you're doing with the kids and the school there is amazing to see. Thank you for sharing that. It is super cool that you're putting your time and effort into introducing this hobby to a group of kids at that time in their lives where they're, susceptible to stuff like that. Is definitely super cool.
Yeah.
Is Douglas ever rusty? Yeah, I don't know. 2 years cooped up and everybody wanted out for sure. Yeah, no, Matt, I don't think this kid gets rusty, man. I think he just
on-road helps, man. On-road.
Yeah.
On road is the key. In the winter, if you at least put it this way, if you're not at least having a little bit of wheel time over the winter, even if it's VRC, do something. Try to do something. That always helps.
Well, I got to see some behind the scenes VRC when we were setting it up. He actually had it on, or no, how did I see like you practicing the one time? I forget, but
we run Discord.
Was it Discord? Okay.
Yeah, and then you can stream your game or whatever's on your screen, and then you can kind of like follow it around.
Yeah, because I was watching you, and oh my god, like the way that he does shit on the video game, it's like even worse than what it is in real life. Like it was insane the way that he was attacking the track. It was crazy. We'll get the yes, honestly, we will definitely. Oh, you're gonna get the kids on video. Yes, I definitely think that would be super cool. And man, we should get you on the show one time and talk about it and hype it up and basically chit chat about that for sure. I'm not sure if anybody's seen over the weekend the big race over in Europe.
Oh, that race really reminds me of Otterville last year.
Because of the paint?
The grip level was outrageous.
So the race that he's talking about is this one right here. So it is the IB International Buggy Challenge, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, or something like that.
2022, IBC or whatever. But basically, this is the top Europeans in the world. Now, you guys want to hear me bastardize last names? Okay, buckle up, because we're going to try and go through like the top dogs here. So this guy I know just because he's the number one racer over in Europe, and it's David Ungaro, and he's the AE racer, and basically took the win from our Sworkz guy. Yeah. John's like, oh, I don't remember Otterville having that much grip last year, but I know that we definitely had a lot of grip.
Maybe not this much, but it sure had a very reckonable, like a very comparable now.
Yeah. So this one here, number 2 is the Sworkz driver of Juan Carlos Canas. Number 3, I know this guy because he's been all over the planet. He's the new Monaco driver, David Ronefalk. Number 4 is Ricardo Barton or Barton or
I'm not sure.
So, I don't know, man. And then Robert Battier Sanchez, and then Birkin Killick, and then this one I know only from the No Name podcast. It's Yao Figueredo. Number 8 was Ricardo Reno Sosa or Sobe, and then it's Birkin Killick, which is his brother, Elliot Boots, another Sworkz driver, Alex Zakachin, Marco Barufalo, which is new to Techno, I believe, this season.
Yeah.
Bruno Coelho, which is X-Ray, and then I'm not even going to try and Daniel Ayun Pertain. Yeah, oh my God. How in the heck say that name? I'm sorry, Daniel, but geez, you got to make it easier for me. That's horrible. But yeah, it was a pretty cool event. I definitely liked watching the A main, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I watched that race, and it was like all I felt bad for was for 1, your wheel bearings, 2, your axles, and 3, the rims on that tire and those tires, man. They just
they're going to be distorted.
Oh my God, nothing. I bet you those after that weekend, it's throw that set of tires in the garbage, put fresh bearings in the whole car and fresh drive shafts, because there's no way those things lasted. No way.
The grip levels seemed ridiculous. It was definitely cool to see. But John wants to know, what was your opinion on the track surface at the beginning from Friday to
faster through the weekend, for sure. As it grooved up, it got much better. I mean, I feel like at the beginning of the weekend, especially when it's colder, it was definitely you could get away with a softer compound, and it wasn't grooved yet, so the grip was definitely lower. But definitely by the end of the day, Saturday and the mainstay had to go a little bit harder. Some came out. The grip was, I wouldn't say much better, but like I'd probably say 10 or 15%, like an increase from like the early Saturday, for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, when like just for me, I noticed that I was able to transition from a bigger pin to a smaller pin on Sunday as well, and that's when my confidence actually started to come up. And definitely looking forward to going back to OTown for a little redemption, because now that we got all the little issues worked out with the buggies and kits and stuff like that, and know what changes do what, I cannot wait to get back there and see what kind of damage we can do. So we are almost up on the 1 hour mark. Is there anything that you want to chit chat about?
I mean, unless there's any questions, I mean, I am honestly okay with that. Talking about anything or calling it the end. Doesn't matter to me.
So I agree with John. Let me see. I think I have a set. I'm gonna grab it. Just 1 second here. So I got these right here, and so this right here is in silver compound, and I don't know how well it. Yeah, that's like as soft as you can possibly get.
Okay, so it's super soft though.
This actually was run the majority of the time, except for in the finals. Now this is the blue compound, so this would be an M3, and you can see it still has the middle ribbing on it still. And this was used the majority of the time on my nitro buggy. So it actually had a little bit more runtime on it, but you can see like there is virtually no wear. So John is right about the wear was really good for that. And it did feel way more off-road this time.
Yeah, 100%.
What's up, Marcel? Will the Ross Racing team be at Elite in 2 weeks for the trophy race? Actually, Colton, send me the info. I don't know what's going on in 2 weeks, but I don't. It basically, I know we're doing the Barnyard this weekend coming up. The following weekend, I don't think we have anything, and then
depends.
The weekend after that is the season opener for Spark, I believe.
Isn't next weekend the 7th, and then the following weekend is the opener for Spark and Barnyard?
Oh, okay. So the next weekend is next weekend is the Barnyard for me, and then Spark. Yes, thank you, Jason. Yeah. So Spark the following weekend. So yeah, so no, I will definitely not be able to make that one.
Can you see Dennis's comment?
No, let's see. Douglas, next time, listen to your dad when he tells you to check the glue on your tire. Why? What happened? Your tires?
Did you not see the seating round I did with e-buggy?
No.
Okay. Oh, this is funny. So I do one. I put was it a fresh? I can't remember. Anyways, I had 2 tires already glued, but the other 2 to the pair weren't glued, and it was freezing on the Friday. It was like, I don't know, 4 degrees or something. So Dad tries to glue the tires, gets them to stick, but I guess because the glue is so cold, it didn't actually really like seal because of how cold it was.
Right.
I check them, quickly glance, the cheapskate version of checking your tires, basically.
Yeah.
I go out there, first lap, not even in the race, warm up, the first tire, down the straightaway, blow the whole tire off the right side. I come down the straightaway, rubber's going this way, and rim is just collecting dirt, and the foam is in the tire still. So I have to fly down the driver's stand. I think I skipped like 9 steps at the end. I just friggin' went for it. To grab the car, took it off, changed. I grabbed the tire off the front of my nitro car. At this point, the nitro tires I hadn't changed yet. They were still super used, basically bald almost. Threw it on the car. I was like, okay, we're good. Did another lap to make sure it was all good. Okay, whatever. get into the race. I do 2 laps. So this is still top 3 consecutive. So I was like, I only need 1 more lap. Then the car can do whatever. 2 laps. On the 3rd lap coming down the straightaway, the left tire comes off. I'm like, oh my God. And here's the kicker. The left tire comes off. I do 1 lap with my rear left tire on the rim. So if you actually looked at it, my top 3 consecutive for that is like 24, 24, and it's like 29 or something like that because it's on the rim. The tire is shoved to the shock, and the rim is just going around like this the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
So I pull it in, and the funniest part about Dennis's comment is Dennis is the one who's sitting there. And I'm like, this is the kicker. I was like, I think there was 3.5 minutes left in the 5-minute seating round. I go, Dennis, can you go change my tire really quick? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. He gets there, gets back. Comes back. There's 2.5 minutes left in the seating round.
Oh, so back to back to back.
No, that's the kicker. They're less than 30-second laps, so I need only 1.5 minutes to do 3 consecutive, hopefully.
Yeah.
The first lap, I get back in there. Is a super long one because that's when I brought it over the loop. So it was like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
The next lap after that, got into traffic. So now I'm down to like 2 minutes. The lap after that was terrible. I did my top 3 consecutive on the last 3 laps of the race. That's literally it. And the kicker was that my top 3 consecutive wasn't even like, it was okay, but it wasn't fantastic because I did, and the only thing I'd say my bacon was I did 2 23s. The first one, I was like 23.6 or 7. And then I did a 26. I think I tapped or bobbled or something, and then did 28. And I just squeaked out the top 3 consecutive by like 0.2 or something like that. It was something crazy. So it literally came down to like literally the last laps, whatever I could put down in the heat.
So I'm trying to find it right now because
it should be out. Is it going to be there? It might be there. It might not be there.
It's under practice round, right?
I'm gonna take a look myself. It should be under practice round. Yeah.
Yeah. He's all like tires falling off, wings falling off. That is how you can be a pro slow driver, right?
Is it round? I can't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't say that it was ran like the practice round 1 and round 2.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had a photo of it.
I
wish
know.
I did. But it was super funny. I was like, I was up at the driver's stand. I was like, okay, whatever. My call's done. Like I was like, okay, whatever. Like at that point, it didn't matter to me. I was like, okay, I'll start whatever in the bottom heat. I was okay with it.
And then just
it was
work your
funny.
way
It
up.
just happened to fall. I was like, oh, that's just. I was more shocked than I was. I was confused. I was like, did I just really do that? And then it was like, oh, okay. Like it was super weird. But no, it was one of those things where you had to see it. You know the kicker by the driver's stand?
Yeah.
It was the experience of the car coming off and looking at the car and seeing just a white rim. And it was like, it was funny. Yeah, it was like, is that what I think it is? And it was funny because it was like, Steve was up there. I think, Dennis was up there. I think Kurt might have, like there was a couple guys up there. And you see it and you just go, and I think Brandon mentioned it was like, is that a rim I see? Or something like that. No rubber. It was just like in the moment, like it was like, is that what I'm actually seeing? Like it was like one of those things.
Yeah.
But no, it was funny.
No, the best is I don't know if you see Mike Moore's qualifier.
Oh yeah.
All 4 tires came off. Or no, sorry, 3 out of the 4. Yeah, because somebody in his pit said, "Hey man, these tires will be awesome." So Mike was all excited. He's like, "Yeah, I'll put them on. They look like they'll be perfect for the conditions right now." He goes out. He did the first lap, and then he comes around to the straight, and then he jumped on it. And as soon as he jumped on it, he said it went all swirly, and the tires come blowing off. I was like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, no, he thought they were glued too. Yeah, no, they were definitely not glued for sure. Yeah. John said even though he had to settle for second. But honestly, that was one heck of a run for John. Like to be able to finish behind you, like, wow. Like nobody expected him to do that well in buggy, including myself, and to see him battling it up with you guys, definitely super cool. But yeah, we got I think an hour in. So if there's anything else you guys want to chit chat about, we can do that real quick. There was a lot of tires coming off all weekend. Surprisingly, none were mine. No, surprisingly, none were mine. I am the worst when it comes to gluing tires, but I did step up my tire game prep and everything this season. Well, actually, I learned it last season, and I didn't have any issues after I started applying it. And now hopefully it'll just continue to be that way for the rest of eternity. But we'll see how we go with that. But are you planning on going to the barnyard this weekend, bud?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we will. Truggy A1 was my main issue. Tires all came unglued. That's right. John even had some tire issues, and he has a pro gluing his tires. But no, it was awesome. But Noah, hey man, I appreciate you hanging out for the whole hour, bud. It was super cool to have you and your dad on board.
Yeah.
And we will see you this coming weekend. You got to make sure you swing by the Ross Racing Pits and say hello to Nathan. It's just going to be us two this weekend, and we're going to drag Jeff Boulay out to have some fun with us. And then maybe Jason and Johnny Ronnie might be making the show. And we'll see if Dennis Mayville, Team Techno, wants to jump in with the Sworkz crew and hitch a ride up there. But we'll definitely see you next weekend.
Yeah.
I will talk to you later, bud.
Yep.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
All right. See you guys. All right. That was super cool. Is there anything that you want to talk about buggy setup wise for any of your techno cohorts out there? There's a huge following of techno guys. So is there any setup advice that you'd want to say that you learned from the last race that they might want to apply for the next time they go to OTown?
Keep the wings in your cars. Number one. There's great one. I would not recommend. If you do want my setup from I do have a setup sheet from last weekend. So if you want a setup sheet, just message me or whatever, and then I can send a setup sheet from what I ran last weekend your way for sure. But honestly, I didn't change anything from when I ran it the weekend before. Just made sure the oils were nice and fresh.
Well, man, looking over your stuff though, I seen that you guys are doing the new shock tower.
I don't have that yet, dude. I don't have that.
So just the pistons, the Wiggins pistons, and
yeah. So Wiggins pistons seems to be what I like, and then the towers I don't have yet. I'm actually so that's the kicker. I ordered them 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago for the towers, and I'm hoping that they come in this weekend so I can have them for the barn.
Yeah.
But like for me, I just have the tower drilled is all I have.
Oh man, I'm hoping Nathan's truggy shows up on Monday so I can try and get it built in time. I was even thinking of like maybe half building a nitro one and then using the clips for the e-truggy when it comes in. But
Here. I'm gonna message you something. You can read this, but don't say it out loud though.
All right, let's see. We're getting some behind the scenes info here. Are you still typing?
Yeah.
Okay. Dennis Mayville is getting kicked off of Team Techno for being the slowest one. What?
So don't read
don't read it. Oh, don't read it. Sorry, Dennis. I'm not reading that. That's horrible. That's horrible for a whole bunch. Oh man. Oh, Dennis Mayville cracking me up. All right, guys. I do appreciate all the time. Douglas, do you want to thank anybody before we cut you off?
Just thank all my sponsors and for sure my dad for all the continued support and what he does. I obviously wouldn't be able to do it without him. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just all my sponsors who continue to support. Other than that, any of the local tracks, Otterville, Spark, Barnyard, I guess now Crestwood Club, which I guess was New Dork, something like that. For all running their off-road programs this year. But other than that, that's about it.
Should be good. All right, bud. We will cut you loose, and I will bug you again this weekend.
All right.
All right. See you, man.
See you, man.
All right, man. Awesome 2 guests. Definitely had the Techno teammates on here today. Both of them were awesome. Both Noah and Douglas taking the time out of their extremely busy days, just to come hang out with me and on the show. I will try and do something next week. Possibly, it most likely will be Monday. I just got to get permission because don't forget, it is Mother's Day. So make sure you're doing something special for your lovely mothers. And that way you will be able to continue to breathe. Yeah, you got to make sure that you do something lovely for them. On that note, I am going to cut you guys loose. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time.